for choosing KUTV News at 9. Once again, it is time for us to get you informed. Let's get the highlights. Chaos erupts in Majengo after the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old during a police operation in the area. Gachagua and Kalonzo slammed over tribal politics by a section of Ukambani Kenya Kwanza MPs, claiming such has denied Ukambani substantial development. Health CS Dr. Deborah Baraza insists that primary health care services are now more accessible and affordable under the new Social Health Authority system. And Nyayo House renovations to cost 245 million shillings, interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen reveals.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
While on the sign language interpretation is Tosh Gitonga, let's begin. Chaos and violence erupted in Majengo area, Nairobi for the better part of Wednesday after angry protesters set police houses and vehicles ablaze over the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old boy during a police operation. The Kenya Human Rights Commission has revealed that 8 people sustained gunshot wounds by police while 2 died during the Majengo protests. Helen Kiplagat reports.
Tension and chaos characterized Majengo area in Nairobi this morning following the fatal shooting of Abraham Ramadhan, a 17-year-old student at Kamukunji High School.
Sisi tunataka kufikia kesho huyo askari amechukuliwa hatua. Kwa sababu ile kijana ambaye kwamba amempiga risasi ni kijana under 18. Na amempiga risasi mbele ya msikiti. Kamera hapa ziko zimemuona kweli.
The unrest began late Tuesday evening when 2 undercover officers attempted to pursue a young man believed to be carrying a bang in Majengo area. Witnesses say the suspect was aided by a large group of youths who overpowered the officers by throwing stones and attacking them with crude weapons. In an attempt to free themselves, one person was shot and injured in the head and rushed to the hospital where he succumbed to the injuries. Speaking at the morgue, Ibrahim's mother was overwhelmed with grief.
Hatujui huyu askari ana shida gani na vijana wetu wa Majengo. Akipatana na vijana wetu wa Majengo, anawatukana ni vijana wa malaya. Anasema hao vijana ni wezi. Hatukatai, sawa. Kuna vijana wetu kama ni waizi na tunawarekebisha na wataacha uwizi. Kweli. Inshallah. Lakini kuna vijana kama wamereform. Wameachana na uwizi. Kweli. Lakini kila kupatana na huyu askari anawaperemba na anawatoa simu.
Muslim activists in the area decried of constant police harassment and insults. The residents are now calling for justice, demanding for comprehensive investigation and action to be taken against those involved in the fatal shooting. A report by the Kenya Human Rights Commission has revealed that 8 people sustained gunshots wounds by police while 2 died during Majengo protests. Helen Kiplagat, KUTV.
Now, recent day political friendships between former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has continued to spark a wave of reactions. The latest one being Kenya Kwanza allied members of parliament from Ukambani region who have strongly condemned the duo for what they term as advancing tribal and poverty-driven politics.
Ever since his impeachment from office in October last year, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in recent days has appeared to have closed ranks with Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, a move that has sparked quite some heat in the political space. Led by Machakos Town Member of Parliament Honorable Caleb Mule, a section of legislators from Ukambani region allied to the Kenya Kwanza regime have bashed the Gachagua-Kalonzo union, accusing them of advancing what they term as tribal and poverty-driven politics.
Amedanganywa kutoka mwanzo na hata saa hii. Ati Wamunyoro ambaye amefukuzwa serikali ndiye anamwambia kuja tuunde serikali. Sasa hii mtu namjua pande hii na pande hii. Mtu the greatest tribalist. Mtu wa ukabila ni huyo.
Speaking in Kemuma during the groundbreaking ceremony for a modern market, Mule further accused Kalonzo of perpetuating opposition politics, which he claimed has denied the Ukambani region a fair share of national resources.
Wakamba niwaambie ukweli, sisi peke yetu ndio tuko nje ya serikali. Imagine. Na hii serikali ni broad based. Wajaluo wako, Wakikuyu wako, Wakisii wako, Waluya wako, Wakalenjin wako. Miaka 15 tumekaa nje ya serikali. Ushuru wetu si itaenda kujenga mabarabara huko Bondo. Na sasa ushuru wetu ujenge barabara Bondo tukiwa hapa.
Speaking in the same tune, Bori MP Rendekere Mugambi slammed former DP Rigathi Gachagua, branding him as reckless and a leader fueling tribal divisions.
Asubuhi jioni ingine mtu amekuwa kwa serikali miaka miwili. Nataka atuonyeshe kitu moja ama siku moja ambayo amesimama mbele ya raia. Aseme nimekuja Machakos kuleta barabara. Aseme nimekuja Machakos kuleta maji. Aseme Machakos kuleta hospitali.
The MPs, however, urged the Kamba community to rally behind President William Ruto and reject the Gema-driven tribal politics, which they claimed lack vision and direction.
Wakamba si wajinga. Wakamba tafuteni maendeleo. Tutafute nini? Muko tayari kutafuta maendeleo? Hata maendeleo kitoka pande hii, hapo mkimbia hapo.
Over the weekend, Gachagua toured Machakos Town, where he announced a new alliance between himself and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka to rival President William Ruto in the 2027 presidential elections. Theo Masharia for KUTV.
On to matters Health Cabinet Secretary Dr. Deborah Mlongo has called on Kenyans to embrace primary healthcare services, which will be more accessible, affordable and effective under the new Social Health Authority system. According to Director General for Health Dr. Patrick Amoth, data from utilization facility data from the month of January indicated that a majority of patients had shifted from higher level facility towards primary healthcare facilities.
The push for primary healthcare services in Kenya has gained momentum, with Health CS Deborah Baraza highlighting key strategies to improve healthcare accessibility and equity in Kenya. DG for Health, Dr. Patrick Amoth, stressed that data from utilization facility data from the month of January indicated a shift from their patients moving from higher level facility towards primary healthcare facilities.
Utilization data for January 2025 clearly confirms that we are on the right trajectory. We call on Kenyans to embrace primary healthcare services, which will be more accessible, affordable, and effective under the new system.
Data from utilization of facility data for the month of January is clearly indicating a shift of our patients moving from higher level facilities towards the primary healthcare facilities. You know, primary healthcare services or facilities are comprehensive, they're integrated, they promote equity and inclusivity. And this is a good thing happening for us, especially the dwindling donor space. Therefore, we can be able to stretch the shilling to be able to deliver more health.
Amoth stated that primary healthcare services are comprehensive and integrated and promote equity and inclusivity.
This will also be able to remove that barrier that was created by pre-chosen facility. Now, based on this, because we use the number of people who have registered to budget, it means you can be able to go to any facility. You are not restricted to a particular facility to receive services. Facilities will be able to submit returns upon which then SHA will be able to make the reimbursements. So it gives you the latitude that you are not restricted. If you come from Kwale and you are in Busia, for example, you will be able to receive the services. Busia, the facility in Busia, will lodge the claim with SHA, and SHA will be able to pay that money.
Amoth has assured that henceforth the funds will be available at facility level. He further urged county governments to strengthen their committees at the health center level and dispensary level so that upon receiving the money, they can be able to prioritize procurement of health products and technology.
Going forward, the money is going to be at the facility level, and we want to urge the county governments under the FIF Act to be able to strengthen the committees at the health center level, the dispensary level, so that upon receiving the money, they can be able to prioritize procurement of health products and technologies, especially medicines, laboratory commodities, and also the requisite equipment to ensure continued service delivery to the people.
In terms of capacity building of the healthcare workers, Amoth said that they are developing a manual together with SHA and the consortium to be able to explain to healthcare workers the journey they need to undertake as they offer services.
We are developing a manual together with SHA and the consortium to be able to explain to the healthcare workers the journey that they need to undertake as they offer services. That is coming from the fact that many times people go to the facility, the health worker who is dealing with you is not familiar with the system, and instead of asking for help, he or she tells you that SHA is not working just because he or she is not familiar with the system.
Amoth affirmed that payment of facility is going to be a public thing, stating that the money paid from claims of 1st October 2024 to 31st January 2025 are available in their website for anybody to see which facility was paid and how much it was paid. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
Now, President William Ruto has reiterated Kenya's effort to strengthen diplomatic ties and bilateral relations with other nations for mutual interest and benefit. Speaking while receiving letters from ambassadors designate from Greece, Cuba, Korea, Angola, and Vietnam at State House Nairobi, the head of state highlighted that the ties aim at advancing trade and investment, enhancing people-to-people relations, securing job opportunities, and fostering global partnerships for the collective well-being of humanity.
Of our two people. I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you to pursue the interests of your country within the territory of Kenya by promoting to the widest possible extent the mutual aspirations of the peoples of our two nations. Congratulations and welcome. Thank you, Mr. President.
With that, we are due for a short commercial break here on KUTV's News at 9. Don't go anywhere, I'll be back with more.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Kemuma Mkwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
They find it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
Inclusive setups.
by providing the right facilities.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
Welcome back. Continue engaging with us on X at KUTV_Kenya, at Kemuma_Monari. Find us streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. Will continue. Now, Interior and National Administration Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has disclosed that renovating the 42-year-old Nyayo House will cost taxpayers 245 million shillings. Murkomen was speaking while appearing before the Senate for questioning, where he was also tasked with explaining issues regarding national security.
John Mbadi, Minister for National Treasury and Economic Planning, Kipchumba Murkomen, Minister for Interior and National Administration, alongside Alfred Mutua, Minister for Labor and Social Protection, today had a date with the Senate set to discuss matters pertaining their performance and accountability in respective dockets. Due to the uproar from not only residents but also leaders from Kerugoya Town, Kirinyaga County, Kipchumba had a tough time explaining to the registered senators reasons behind the security in the area.
Could the Cabinet Secretary explain the deteriorating condition of Nyayo House in Nairobi Central Business District?
In January 2025, several security incidents were reported in Kerugoya and Gurubani towns within Kirinyaga County. Consequently, the following immediate measures were undertaken to arrest the situation. 1. Increased patrols and rapid responses. The National Police Service intensified both foot and mobile patrols in Kerugoya Town and its environs, focusing on early morning and late evening hours.
The question regarding the state of Nyayo House also found its way, as Murkomen was required to give answers towards its poor condition and plans set aside to have it back on set.
The ministry engaged the State Department of Public Works to assess the necessary maintenance works of Nyayo House, and they gave the ministry a bill of quantities amounting to 244 million shillings, 831 and 831,860 shillings. Funds which the ministry does not have at the moment.
When it was his turn before the Senate to be questioned on matters concerning the United States' decision to freeze the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, John Mbadi, revealed that Kenya will experience a shortfall of approximately 52 billion in the 2024-2025 financial year. However, stating that there are alternative measures to deal with this shortfall.
And the government is implementing policies, programs, projects, and interventions in the bottom-up economic transformation agenda to enhance agricultural transformation, support macro, small, and medium enterprises, provide affordable housing and settlement, achieve universal health care, and support growth of digital superhighway and creative economy for job creation.
In the same breath, Cabinet Secretary for Labor and Social Protection, Alfred Mutua, assured Kenyans living abroad of their health and safety. This following complaints about deteriorating health and security condition for Kenyans abroad.
The agreement that we have, na mtu yote anapoenda ng'ambo, hizi nchi zinampa full medical care. Kama Saudi, uko na full medical care. Ukiugua, tumeona Wakenya wameugua sana huko, wamepelekwa hata the Royal Hospital, wanatibiwa ICU mpaka wanapona. It's fully covered.
Following the tabling of possible measures and solutions to the grilling challenges within their ministries, the CSAs now face the task of implementing the solutions mentioned before the Senate. Ocheng Cynthia, KUTV.
Now, Archbishop Martin Kivuva, speaking at Holy Ghost Cathedral in Mombasa County, has urged for clarity on the Social Health Insurance Fund to ensure continued healthcare access. He spoke addressing worshippers during Ash Wednesday celebrations, which mark the beginning of Lent. Additionally, he emphasized the need for unity while encouraging cooperation between the government and churches to foster peace and support communities during the spiritual period.
Nimemwona rais amekasirika sana, nikasema ni kweli, kama ni kweli kwamba hii shia inaitwaje, sha, hata watu wameingilia kwa namna mbalimbali, labda bila yeye kujua au kupitia milango ya nyuma. Jamani, we are together katika kupiga inyoroshwe, ifai isaidie watu. Mambo ya hospitali zetu zina shida sana. Kuna watu wana kufa ovyo ovyo kwa sababu labda kuna ukosefu fulani.
Now, a section of pastors from Embu, allied with the Kenya Pentecostal Pastors Forum, have publicly defended President William Ruto's recent donation of 20 million shillings to the Jesus Winners Ministries Church in Roysambu, led by their chairman, Apostle Simon Moniki. The clergy expressed strong support for the president's contributions, emphasizing that such acts align with biblical principles. Speaking from Embu, the pastors encouraged politicians to continue supporting the church through donations.
Hata Yesu mwenyewe kulingana na maandiko alitangaza akasema, mama mjane ametoa shilingi 2 na matajiri wametoa hii. Kwani kutangaza haina sinda, it's not a sin. Kutangaza ni maandiko. La pili, kama ni kutoa mambo ya sehemu ya 10, hiyo itangazagwi. Maana ni kitu mweka kwa mbasa, hiyo inaingia kwa nini? Lakini matoleo ya mijengo, matoleo ya kunjitakia, hiyo tunaita rough offering, na hiyo huwa inatangazwa.
Kuna watu ambao waliuza mashamba wakapeana mang'ombe, na hiyo yote iliandikwa kwa Biblia. Kwa hivyo ingeandikwa kwa Biblia kama haikutangazwa. Kwa hivyo tuoni ubaya kwa kutangaza, kwa sababu ile ilikuwa ni love offering, akasema nitamalizia kanisa yenu. Ndio maana alitangaza.
Tutashikilia president kwa sababu kama sasa ni yeye alichaguliwa na Mungu. Tuko chini yake juu, ndiye president wetu. Sisi tumeamua president umekaribishwa Embu.
Now, Changamwe Member of Parliament Omar Mwinyi has advocated for a holistic approach that prioritizes teacher motivation and commitment to address significant educational challenges. Speaking during a consultative meeting with over 500 teachers at the St. Charles Luanga Secondary School, Mwinyi cited declining performance and limited parental involvement as some of the challenges facing the education sector.
Changamwe MP Omar Mwinyi is calling for concerted efforts among teachers and education stakeholders to embrace in improving the education standards. Speaking during a consultative meeting with over 500 teachers at St. Charles Luanga Secondary School, Mwinyi cited declining performance, teachers' demotivation, high dropout rates, overcrowded classrooms, and limited parental involvement as some of the challenges facing the education sector.
Tutakuwa na wanafunzi ambao hawana mwelekeo. Natoka na jamii ambayo haina mwelekeo pia vile vile. Kwa ufupi, hiyo jamii haina mwelekeo, then ni jamii ambayo imeangamia na ambayo hakuna ambaye ataweza kusaidia hii taifa na huu ulimwengu kwa namna yoyote ile.
Hawa miadarati tunasisitiza walimu wetu ushirikiano. So kuna ile multi agency tumeweka kupitia kwa Sub-County Director of Education.
Linet Hamadi, Secretary General KUPET Mombasa Chapter, lauded the MP for prioritizing education and the involvement of teachers by ensuring timely disbursement of capitation fund. The stakeholders further highlighted the strategies put in place to combat drug abuse among students in schools.
Watoto wanaambiwa nendeni nyumbani, rudeni mkalete pesa fulani tusaidie kuendeleza gurudumu. Vile tunazungumzia hapa, wafanyakazi wa mashule kama vile staff, support staff, mishahara yao inategemea hii capitation. Stima na printing materials ili wanafunzi wafanye mitihani na masomo mengine, nategemea capitation.
Naomba bunge la kitaifa na hazina kwamba mambo ya elimu waweke hatua. Hata pesa zitakosa mahali popote, lakini idara ya elimu na tume kwa ajili ya walimu lazima pesa zetu iende sambamba.
According to the Sub-County Director of Education, Fatuma Omara, the abuse of drugs in the area is very high. Most of the cases reported in schools were smoking bang, hurt, and students engaging in crimes when out of school, a major factor contributing to poor performance.
Have students engaging in criminal activities when they are out of school. For example, last year during the KCSE exam, I had a few students that were doing their exams from the prisons. Now, how do we expect performance in such a...
The leaders are now calling for collaboration between teachers, parents, and security agencies in the area to ensure cases of immorality and drug abuse are put at bay. Akida Kasim, KUTV.
Now let's get sporty. The National Women's Rugby Sevens team, Kenya Lionesses, have been placed in Pool A alongside Uganda and Belgium for the second leg of the 2025 HSBC Challenger Series, set to kick off next weekend at Athlone Stadium, Cape Town in South Africa. Fresh from winning the first leg of the 2025 HSBC Challenger Series, the Dennis Mwanja-led charge will be hoping to replicate first leg results in the second of the HSBC Challenger Series to book a slot in the playoffs. The final tournament will be held in Krakow, Poland on the 11th of April to 12th, with the top 4 teams booking a slot in the HSBC Sevens playoff in Los Angeles on the 3rd of May to the 4th of May. Ruthless Arsenal put 7 goals past struggling PSV the UEFA Champions League round of 16 at Philips Stadium to become the first team to score 7 away goals in the Champions League knockout tie. In other matches played in the UEFA Champions League knockout tie, reigning champions Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid 2-1 in the hard-fought in the first leg of their Champions League round of 16 tie at Bernabeu. In other matches lined up for today, PSG will play host to Liverpool, while Bayern Munich take on Bayer Leverkusen at Allianz Arena, among other fixtures. Now that is all the time we had for you tonight. Moses Gitonga was on the sign language interpretation. Until next time, stay safe.